Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about one of the most important things you have to know if you are planning to come to Italy, if you're planning to move to Italy, or if you're planning to stay in Italy for quite some time. As per the title of this video, I'm pretty sure you guys know what it's about. Language barrier. I wanted to talk about this topic because I know that I've actually never spoken to you guys about it, and I've never really gone into the deets about the language barrier and the experience I'm currently having and what I'm doing about it. Someone did ask me on YouTube, which we will just look into, answer her question. So I thought, you know what, let's just do it. Let's just sit down, talk about it, because I know how hard it is. I know that there are a lot of people, maybe not even Filipinas, maybe there's other people out there who, English is their first language, and coming to Italy has just been a life-changing for them due to the language barrier. So first of all, why am I saying language barrier? If you guys didn't know, English is not the first language here in Italy, nor is it the second. So their first language obviously is Italian. Second, I would say maybe their dialect. For example, where we come from, we're in Naples, so their dialect is Napolitan. And it is a very, very strong type of dialect. I don't know if maybe their first language is Napolitan or their dialect language and then Italian, but it's definitely not English. And that is okay. I'm not saying that every country needs to know English. I'm not saying that everyone needs to learn this language, but it would be great, obviously, because English is a mother tongue language. And if we go to the Philippines, I don't want to compare, but here I am again. If we go to the Philippines, I would say around 95%, maybe even 97% of Filipinos speak in English, even just a little bit of English, which I am very, very proud of, to be honest. So coming here to Italy with no knowledge of Italian has been a bit of a life-changing for me. So before we go into reading her comments, if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Maria. I'm a Filipina currently living here in Italy. I've been here for 3-4 years already. And yeah, I guess go ahead and join our YouTube family if you're interested. I upload videos, I upload vlogs, so just follow us, click on that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell just so that you're notified once I upload another vlog or video.
Oh, here you are, face to face in this trashy bar. Another glass and I am going places, makes me laugh.
So let's get right into it. I'm just gonna read her comment real quick. It's from Danelle. How are you able to communicate with Marco's Italian family, especially those who can barely speak English? How do you cope with the difficulty of speaking with them? My fiance is Italian and it's very challenging for me to express myself because I don't speak and understand Italian well. And if I speak in English, they won't understand me. I completely understand where you're coming from. I feel like we're on the same boat on this. I feel like we are wearing the same type of shoes because yes, it is incredibly difficult. And let me just tell you guys before we proceed with this topic, I did not write any notes, so everything that I'm about to say is just coming from my head, my feelings right now, what I feel about, what I really feel about it. This is not scripted or anything. I didn't take any notes actually. Prior to moving to Italy, me and Marco lived in the Philippines, okay? He lived in the Philippines for about 9 months. I'm very, very lucky, I guess, in a way, because Marco speaks great English because he worked in London for 7 years. So that's why he's actually fluent in English, and you don't really hear the Italian accent. Sometimes I wonder, are you really Italian? Because he does not have an Italian accent like his brothers. His older brother and his younger brother, they have a strong Italian accent, and you can tell that they're Italian, but Marco, he doesn't have it. So before we moved here to Italy, I knew, Marco gave me a heads up that not a lot of people speak in English in Italy, and you may have a hard time communicating with people because of the language barrier and all that. And I'm kind of like, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I lived in Papua New Guinea when I was a kid for 7 years, and I never picked up the language, Tok Pisin. I never learned it. I never understood it in a way, and I just couldn't speak it. I never spoke it, and I was like young, okay? I was like young. And so I told Marco,
it's okay, I'm used to it. I've gone through that already when I was a kid, so I'm sure it's not gonna be a problem.
But little did I know that your brain works so much differently when you become an adult. And here's the thing. We live in the south of Italy, in Naples, in a small town where I would say, I don't even know what percentage anymore because I don't know anyone who speaks in English here. I just haven't heard anyone speak in English. The only person I've spoken in English to here would be a student of mine that I tutored English. And it's it's hard. It's really hard because you come from a country where, like, what did I say? 97% speak in English, and then all of a sudden, boom, life-changing, just no one speaks in English. So let's go to her first question, which is how are you able to communicate with Marco's Italian family? This one is a hardy and a biggie one. And I've been here for 3 years, 2018, 19, 20. Yeah, I've been here for 3 years now, going 4. And I can't speak it. I'll be honest with you. I've been here for 3 years and I can't construct a sentence. And it's very, very difficult for me, especially when it comes to trying to express yourselves. And you know, Italian families, they're very, very close to each other. So when you're in a family gathering and everyone is just talking and talking and talking because that's what they like to do, you can't butt in. You can't say what you think about what they're talking about. You can't express your feelings because you don't know the language. And it is my fault. It's definitely my fault, and maybe Marco's fault as well. It's both of our faults because when we're at home, we speak to each other in English, and that's a big no-no. So if you are married to an Italian, have a fiance that is Italian, have a boyfriend that is Italian, and you're planning to come to Italy, move to Italy, speak to your husband, boyfriend, fiance in Italian a lot, because that is one way that you will learn really, really quickly. That is the big problem that me and Marco have, because we don't speak in Italian at all. Like sometimes I would say something in Italian to him and he would answer, but like just to talk in Italian and have a conversation in Italian, not happening. Does not happen with us. And so what do I do? What do I do when I want to communicate with, especially with Marco's mom? So what I usually do is, for example, I go over there with Alex, especially now that we have Alex, we have to communicate more. What I usually do is if I don't know something, I would quickly just go to my Google Translate. There's a Google Translate app, and I would just quickly type it, but without her seeing, of course, because you want her to kind of know that you're at least trying. So you kind of type, what are you having? And then you have some typos, having for lunch. And then boom, cosa mangi a pranzo? And then that's it. You know, you kind of say it with confidence, but you say it like you're not reading from a phone. You say,
Mama, cosa mangi a pranzo?
like that. So that is my secret. You just kind of have to type quickly into your Google Translate and just find a way, I guess. The number one advice that I can give to you, besides using a Google Translate, is to really try to talk to them in Italian. Just be confident. And that's something that I don't have because I am afraid to make mistakes when talking to them. I'm afraid that they really won't understand, and I'm afraid that they'll be like,
What are you trying to tell us? What are you trying to say? Like,
and I know that the patience of Italians is like 0. And I'm sorry if you're Italian and if you're hearing this, but their patience, I don't know, maybe not all of them, but I experience with people here that their patience is just like below 0. That's why I'm afraid to make mistakes when it comes to talking in Italian with them. But it's still my fault. I'm not saying it's their fault. It's still my fault because I still don't push myself to talk. That was at the start. Now that I'm kind of getting hold of things, I'm more confident. I build my confidence by I don't know what. I go out into the world, into the market, and I go to the pharmacy and I say what I know. Sometimes before going to the pharmacy and I need to buy something, I ask Marco, what do I need to say to them? And then he would tell me, let's say for example, devo ritirare il ricetta per mi bambino. I don't even know if that's right, but that's something he would tell me, and then I would kind of write it down, or maybe write it on a piece of paper, or maybe keep it in my head and then memorize it. And then while I'm walking, I'm just kind of like repeating it over in my head, hoping that I won't forget until I reach the pharmacy. But you know, you can't blame yourself. I mean, if you come to a totally different country where no one speaks in English, do not be so hard on yourself. I mean, how else did we learn English? How else did we learn the language? By hearing, by listening. And if you expose yourself to Italians, expose yourself to locals, and you just hear them talk, then I'm pretty sure that you will be able to pick up Italian very, very quickly. At the start, it was very hard for me because I would just let Marco go to the market. I would let Marco go to the pharmacy. I would ask Marco to come with me here and there because I would just have no confidence at all. And I am slowly getting there. Sometimes, most of the time, I still have to Google, but it's better than nothing. So how do I cope with the difficulty? It is extremely hard because, like I said, you want to express yourselves to them. Sometimes you want to defend yourself. Sometimes you want to tell them something. Sometimes you want to tell them a story. The communication between me and Marco's parents is a little bit down as of the moment and ever since. And I know it's been 3 years. Like I said, it's our fault. I try my best to just say what I want to say. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes they understand me. Most of the time they do understand me. Most of the time they don't understand me, so it's kind of like but that's just how it is for now. And I hope that someday I will be more fluent in Italian. I will be able to speak in Italian more because it's a beautiful language. I must say Italian is one of the most beautiful language. It's just that it is a hard language to learn. So if you're planning to move to Italy, there is a place where you can actually learn. And yes, there are actually schools where they can teach you Italian. You may ask, well, so why are you not going to the schools and why are you not learning? Here's the thing. We live in a very small town where there aren't a lot of tourists and there aren't a lot of people wanting to learn Italian because most of the people here are Italian. That is the big problem for me. I think the nearest school would have to be maybe in Naples. I would have to jump on a train and take a 30-minute train ride, which I don't know, is it worth it? Let me work it. I have no idea. But right now it's very, very difficult because now we have Alex. But yes, there aren't many schools around here that teaches Italian, so that is a big problem for me. But if you go to the major cities like Naples, you go to Milan, you go to Turin, you go to Rome, there are a lot of schools there. So if you are thinking of learning Italian and you're going to be near the cities, then you are in luck. Alex is awake. I'm just gonna get him really quickly. There we go. Say hello. Hello. So this is our Italian Filipino baby. Say hello. Hello. So just one last thing before we end this video, because this little baby's gonna be wailing soon because he's bored already, is what do I actually do when someone speaks to me in Italian? So for example, my mother-in-law, she speaks to me most of the time in Italian, well, obviously, not most of the time, always in Italian, and sometimes in Napolitan as well. So there are words in Napolitan that I kind of understand, but mostly Italian. Here's a big advice for you. If you're coming here, I would highly suggest for you to learn the verbs, because the verbs, once you know it, it's just easier to understand a sentence, something that they're trying to tell you. So if you kind of know a verb and you understand, like, let's say, do you need something or do you want me to get you something? When you understand that in Italian, when you kind of understand the verb, you kind of have to you just kind of have to connect the dots. I don't know how else to explain it, but that's just how my brain works, and I don't know if it'll work for you as well. But when I hear a verb or when I know something, just one word that she says in a sentence, I already know what she's trying to tell me. I already know what she's already asking me. So a big advice is just know the verbs. And here's the thing. The reason why I'm saying Italian is a very hard language to learn is because when you try to construct a sentence, which is like a big challenge for me, I think that's the biggest problem that I have. To hear it, to listen to it, to understand it is okay for me. That's why I understand more than I can actually talk it. When I say that it's a hard language to learn, for example, the word eat. When we say he eats, she eats, they eat, we eat. In Italian, it changes. It depends on the person that you're talking about, whoever eats. In English, when we say she eats, in Italian, it's lei mangia. You eat. It changes to tu mangi. We eat. Noi mangiamo. Last one, when we say they eat. Loro mangiano. So if you guys notice, it changes depending on the person that you were talking about, depending on the subject. In English, it's a lot easier because all you have to do is just change the start. They, she, him, you, I. So that is what's difficult. I don't even know if I'm explaining this right because I am not an Italian speaker at all. Constructing a sentence in Italian is completely really hard for me to do. So what did I actually do about it? You guys might think that that's it. You just gave up and you just don't even try. The thing is, I try and I'm still trying. I'm not saying that I'm giving up about it. At the start, I actually took some classes, online classes, where I had to pay for these Italian lessons. So I had an Italian teacher online and she would teach me, she would just talk to me, but it just doesn't sink in my mind and it's just so hard. It's just, I don't know, maybe it's me, maybe it's my brain that just doesn't function well anymore. But trust me, if you use the language more, and any language at all, if you use it more, slowly but surely, you will get there and you will be more fluent than ever. And that's it. I told you guys, he's gonna get bored in a few minutes, so I will be ending this video. I hope I didn't miss out on anything because I really wanted to talk about this topic. But if I did, I might make a part 2, or maybe I'll just insert it in the comment section or in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give this video a thumbs up so that other people who are interested in this kind of topic reaches this video. And also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for you to be updated with our vlogs and video. It's been a great video once again, and we will see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me want